Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, comedy has been used both negatively and positively to send a message to the government and to the people. There are those who would use their comedy to support the government, even when they are wrong. There is one of the comedy we shared when some comedians went to Dubai and they suggested that JKI should be given to Adan. I think you got the point. But we have other comedians who have used their talent actually to send a strong message to the government and defend even their followers, Kenyan people. That is the truth. Now, in this industry, you might ignore it, but it has an impact. For example, there is one video that is trending today, and the guy in this video is talking about President William Ruto's reputation. Ruto has a reputation. His reputation is a negative reputation. When you hear the name William Ruto, many would think about what he wants to lie about or what he lied about. So many know the president is a liar, a man who does not honor his promises. So with that, there's a short clip here where someone is telling us about one big lie that many of us have never actually learned or realized from the president. That we all know is a liar, but there is one big lie that Ruto has made on earth. And the lie is about loving God. Ruto is saying that he loves God. But according to this comedian, Ruto does not love God. Ruto loves pastors. And for the love of pastors, pastors have been laying their hands on the daughter to the president to an extent her forehead hair is going. That's the comedy is making there, but I see a very strong message in this. You might take it as a comedy. Yes, it is a comedy, but I see a strong message here, and the message is to the church, to you and me.
William Samoei Ruto. Ni nini nasumbua huyu jamaa?
Sakayo. Sagayo.
Sugar. William Ruto ni muongo, kila mtu anajua. As in, hii ni fact, kila mtu anajua. William Ruto ameambia Wakenya uongo, but kuna uongo moja ambaye amesema kubwa kuliko uongo zingine zote. Na hiyo uongo ni ati anapenda Mungu. William Ruto hapendi Mungu. William Ruto anapenda mapasta. Kiangalia Shalin Ruto, amekelewa mkono kwa forehead mpaka nywele imeisha.
Now, as we continue with the final discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching this channel and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, just one question. Why is this comedian alleging that William Ruto does not love God? He loves pastors. Why? On the issue of loving pastors, and there's no problem with loving men of God, though there can be a problem if you pretend to be loving men of God when you don't love the God that they are preaching. We have seen William Ruto most of the time going to the church, giving money to the church, organizing for interdenomination. And when you talk about interdenomination, this is a function that brings together all denominations, whether you are a Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, you name them all. they come together in such an event. We have seen Ruto calling bishops to Statehouse, and even I just shared in the previous video on William Ruto inviting bishops to the church to Statehouse, having a meeting with them, speaking about praying for Statehouse, cleansing the Statehouse. We have seen Ruto with bishops. So there's no problem with that. But now, the love for bishops, but the hate for God. Because if you don't love God, then what does it mean? That this Ruto does not love God. How true is this? For the sake of love of God, you will be a just president who will administer, govern with justice. Can you see any iota of justice under William Ruto's leadership? Tell me. We see a president that has embraced oppressive policies. If you love God, you can't oppress the people of God. But once you become oppressive, there is no way you can claim to be loving God. This is my interpretation from the statement I've seen here. Ruto does not love God. I agree. If he loved God, there's no way you can send police officers to tear gas Kenyans when they are exercising their democratic right that is protected in the same constitution that the president is using to govern the country. We see live bullets, they shoot at people who are protesting. We see peaceful protesters being disrupted by police officers. Then the president will come and say, oh, it was wrong and that is it. We see a president who come out to praise police officers after wrongfully killing protesters. And the protesters are protesting about failed governance. The big mistake is that people are complaining about the bad leadership, according to Ruto, which makes him to send police officers to go and unleash them with live bullets. Does he love God? I think this man means that. If Ruto will love God, there's no way you can come out with the bills which then turn into act of parliament you assent to that does not encourage economical development, such that you become a pickpocketer. The man we have in Statehouse, in the name of William Ruto, is more of a pickpocket. A man who comes for the last coin in your pocket. A man who has robbed our pockets dry with his policies in the name of taxing to pay debt, taxing to bring development, taxing to become one of the first president ever to collect high amount of money. You tax the last coin. It is, it is robbery without violence. It's highway robbery. If you love God, will you rob people? I think this man is on point. And that's the president we have today. So look at his leadership. That when you disagree with people, you use the security agencies to settle political differences. How? That is the man we have. A God-loving person is forgiveful. Can Ruto forgive? If Ruto can forgive, then Gachagua should be the first person Ruto should have forgiven and warned. Instead, he used the parliament to fire Gachagua. through a way of impeachment. Look at that. God is a just God. Which just God is this that Ruto love when he does not administer justice? Ndio maana jamaa anasema Ruto anapenda mabishop, hapendi Mungu. Yeye kazi yake ni kutembea na mabishop to create that needed perception about the church, Christianity, and looking at the votes. But really, if he loves God, he will do just to the people that he is leading. The people that Ruto is leading today are God's people. So looking at his leadership, a man who loves God can never in any way come out to condemn bishops when they come out to warn the government. Even in the Bible, we had seers, we had prophets who used to come out and warn those in power. Take it positive and correct the mistake. Ruto will fight back those bishops that he does not agree with. So even with these bishops, it is not all of them. It is those who will sing the William Ruto song, Hallelujah, Hosanna. But those who will come out and warn the president, they become his enemies. How can you say that? That's why this guy end his statement by mocking Ruto's daughter, of which I don't want to go into that direction. The bishops have really laid their hands on Celine Ruto until the hair is going. I don't want to go into that, but I want to focus on Ruto's way of governance. Is it godly? Is he a just president? When you tax even the poor, when you don't care about even the health care, when you collect people's money in form of taxes, then you don't deliver in terms of development. Where do you take these people's money? When you lead a regime that encourages corruption, looting, how then do you love God? In all that, we see a president who does not love God. I want to agree with this statement. I don't know your views, but let us know in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.